Om Ganeshaya Nama. Here are some timeless messages. Whenever you land on this reading, just know that you are here because the universe wants you to be here, because there's some messages here that you need to hear today. So take what resonates, let go of the rest. If a message does not resonate with you, let that go because that message is meant for someone else to see. So I'm going to just let my intuition guide me with all the different cards here, and let's get into it. Starts with the bee spirit. It says sweet results await. It's asking you to continue to do the work, to do what you're meant to serve in whatever capacity you can without worrying about the outcome, without having specific intention in mind. Just make sure that whatever your intention is, it is clean and that it is meant for the benefit of someone or the other, because bees are hardworking. They are responsible for the entire world to function. Because you must have heard that if all of the bees die, then the entire world would end in just a few years, because bees play such an important role in our ecosystem, way more than what they get credit for. So you might be involved in certain activities where you're not getting enough credit, where you continue to do the work, you continue to show up, but you're being asked right now to refine your intention, to take your mind away from the outcomes and continue to show up. This is what is known as the concept of karma yoga, where you just continue to perform your action without caring about the consequences, because the universe's algorithm is such that for whatever action that you do, you are going to receive the compensation. It's going to come in some way or the form. We don't have to think in terms of societal compensations where you do some work and you're paid a set amount, or if you in terms of profit and loss and monthly salary and all of that. Do not think in those terms. In the grand scheme of things, in the algorithm of the universe, things are set in such a way that any activity that you do, any of the input that you do with a clean heart, with a good intention, you are going to be compensated by for it some way or the other, some form of the other. You have to let go of the expectation that is going to come, and also the expectation that is going to come in a certain way. Because when we are doing a job, we have the expectation that at the end of the month we are going to be paid salary by our employer. So it is fixed, like it's going to come here and it's going to be in the form of money and it's going to come to our bank, and we have these things set up. But in the universe, it does not work that way. You are helped in mysterious ways, and money is not the only thing. There's so much other help that comes to you in different ways. So continue to put your output, continue to put your passion out there, and know that you are a very important part of the system. So you have to continue doing what you're doing. Then we have Pisces here. So this could be connected with either you have Pisces placements, or you might be having important transits going on currently in the Pisces section of your chart. So people that know how to look at your chart, or you're aware of it, then go ahead and see what is happening in the Pisces region, because currently there are a lot of planets moving through Pisces. So there is a heavy importance being put there. So go ahead and check what's happening there. Then we have the Sagittarius here. So this could be about Sagittarius placements. It is signaling towards them. And we also have Libra here. So it could mean to put importance towards where these three houses come in your chart, because those are the houses you're being asked to focus on. Plus, these are the themes you're being asked to focus on. So Libra, there's balance. With Sagittarius, it's about expanding, it's about learning new things. And for Pisces, it's about sensitivity. So, how can you enhance your sensitivity towards the universe and towards all of the subtle things around us? How can you improve your intuition? How can you get more sensitive to life, basically? What can you do? What is creating noise in your system which is pulling you away from the natural intuition that we are all born with? Because we have all of these powers that we are born with, but oftentimes, because of our conditioning, because of all of the bullshit that we go through and all of the information that we are fed on a daily basis, we lose connection and touch with nature, with the other realm. So here you're being asked to focus on that. Also focus on your dreams, because Pisces is connected to that. Often Pisces placements have a very ethereal connection to the other realm, the outwardly. So see what your dreams are like. If you can remember them, write them down at least, because there may be symbolisms that you're finding there. In terms of Sagittarius, you're being asked to study if new things, if you're being called towards it, if something was on your agenda that you always want to learn, then now would be the time. Also asking you to think about higher order things, things about philosophy, and explore in that area, which help expand your mind and broaden your horizon. It also points towards long distance travel, so, and travel in general. So if that is on your mind, then it would be time to book a ticket. It would be time to see how you can plan it out and how you can plan it through the year. With Libra, it's about relationships. It can be pointing towards relationships in your life that is literally connected to you, or also it can be a relationship which you have with the different areas of your life, like your relationship to food, your relationship to work, your relationship to exercise, literally anything. So put your attention there. Three of Wands we have here, which is indicating again to maybe making plans to travel, or also asking you to be calm in terms of waiting for the outcome, waiting for the things that you have set in motion to come to you. Because here is a person that has laid the foundations, that has planted seeds already, and is now waiting for the reaction, is now waiting for the things to come. So here you need to develop trust, and have trust that the universe is bringing the things to you that you need, that all of the seeds that you have planted and you have worked hard on is going to fruit up. Like there's going to be roots that develop and eventually a plant will show. But during this time when nothing is seen, it feels like there's no action being taken, or that there's no movement happening. At this particular point of time, do not lose hope. Continue to trust, continue to work. That Be Spirit card that came, it's about continue to doing the work, uh, without caring about what the outcome will be. And this will ensure that whatever seeds you're planted will automatically work behind the back, and your mind is not going to actively be on them. Because sometimes our mind actively being on it pushes things away and brings delays, brings blocks, because we send out the energy of desperation out to the universe, and that repels the things that we want, and the things that were coming to us, the manifestation. So one of the easiest ways to make sure that you delay your manifestation is to obsess over it. The time you release it, the time you let go of it, the time you don't need it anymore, that's when you get it. So you can have anything that you want in the world as long as you don't need it. That is the law of the universe, and that's what you're being asked to do. So while you have planted the seeds, while the things are being cooked, because all of these things take time to germinate. So during that period, you need to keep yourself engaged. You cannot be just sitting at home being a freeloader, or just spending time being a lazy person, because that's not the energy that that you want to be sending out to the world. So you're going to be occupying yourself with some of the other work. That's where your daily routine, that's where your daily passionate work, that's where you do things which are not attached to a particular outcome, that you do them because you love them, because you're passionate about them. So you need to have those sort of things, and you need to busy yourself with some activities while the big things that you're manifesting are being cooked, because everything happens in divine time. So you need to always have something. We cannot just sit on our asses while the thing that we are asking for comes to us, because that will take whatever time it needs to take. So you need to have something that you do. You cannot be miserable while doing this time and then expect that that thing will automatically make you happy, and do that. So you need to have something that automatically you do, and while those things come in between, it's going to bring you happiness. But you're not dependent on that to feel alive. You are constantly buzzing like a bee regardless. We have the Queen of Wands. Say it's time to be a social butterfly, to go out there and meet people, to socialize, to be passionate about things that are within you, the things that you have kept within hidden because fear of judgment, or there could be fear of failure. But the Queen of Wands is not scared of those things. She is unapologetic, and she unapologetically shows up, and she's willing to put her things out there. She's willing to put and bet on the things that she's passionate about. So it's time that you do that. Then we have the Temperance. You need to have balance in everything. You cannot you cannot just sway yourself one side heavy and just go all out on a certain thing. Of course, there are things that you're passionate about, but you need to also have balance, because too much of everything is not good. Like too much of the good thing also becomes bad. So see what are these areas in your life where you are off balance and how you can bring balance to there. Then we have the Eight of Wheels. So here it can be like some of you guys are working way too hard and you're not putting your energy in places which bring you happiness. So all of this hard work is turning to burnout, and you're being asked to pull back and reassess the areas where you are energized, the areas that energize you rather than the ones that just continue to take. So hard work is important. So maybe you're working hard in the wrong places. The other thing could be that you are not working hard enough. So you need to be the judge of that. Use discernment, be truthful to yourself, be brutally honest with yourself, because you can, do not, we often lie to ourselves, and that is what blocks our growth. Sometimes we hide the truth from other people, and that could make sense. Like it is what it is with the other people, but do not lie to yourself, do not hide to yourself, do not give yourself excuses. So if you're not working hard, you need to put more efforts in those areas. Be very brutally honest with yourself and make sure that this is not coming from conditioning, because oftentimes we are conditioned to be hard workers and we're conditioned to be work continuously, do. So if you are you have that sort of conditioning and you feel like you never work hard enough, despite the fact that you do a lot of work, then you need to assess that and make sure that this does not actually become detrimental to you. Because if you speak to the critic and you listen to the inner critic, that's never going to be satisfied with the amount of work you do. So if you ask that part of the answer will be that yeah, you don't work hard enough, and that's going to make you work hard and hard, and you're going to be you're going to be burnt out even more. So really, you have to use as a discernment, and you need to know who you are and be brutally honest with yourself. Now we have the Hierophant. It's time to check out your relationship to God, your relationship to religion. What does that mean to you? How can it be used to improve your spirituality and your spiritual connection to the divine? Religion is you're not being asked to focus on religion, but you can see how that can be used to improve and do, because religion has a lot of things which can help progress that path. You can learn a lot of things, because then we have the Sagittarius card, which also connects to the ninth house, which also connects to religion. So all of these theories is you can maybe look into that. Maybe you're being asked to study mythology, study the different gods and deities, and see the different archetypes through which you understand more, and you can find out and create alter egos which actually help you expand in your life, and you can connect with certain deities. They are always available in energetic forms. And when you work with them, you can start to embody the traits. You can start to use the help that they give you in order to progress in your life and in order to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So Hierophant to me here is asking you to work with deities and see who are the ones that you like. It could be it doesn't have to be related to only your faith, or the religion that you are born in. It can be in any religion around the world, because ultimately it's the same energy, it's the same source. And of course there are different forms, and there are iconographies and everything, gender and all of that, but you don't have to take everything as fixed. Focus on the energy, focus on what they are talking about. What traits do they have, what traits that you like, and how can that be used to develop strength in yourself? How can you study mythology, and you can study their examples and gain wisdom from it? So use that. Then we have the page of wheels here. Do not be afraid to start everything all over again, to start any something as a beginner again, because oftentimes the biggest barrier to success is the biggest barrier to progress is success, because past success makes us connected to it and we relate to it, and now it prevents us from starting something new, because we have reached to a certain level in a particular industry or whatever that we're doing. And now if you begin again, it would be like starting from a lower level or from starting from zero again. And most of us do not want to do that, because of societal conditioning, like what will some other person say, what will this person say. Like for example, you're working in an industry and you have gotten to a very high level, maybe at a C level position, and now you want to switch industries, because of which you don't have experience in the industry, and now you will have to start at a junior level. You might be an executive, or a junior assistant or something. So going from the C level and starting a job at a junior level is not going to be beneficial in terms of societal tags. People are going to say that this person was a CEO and now he's just an executive director. I mean, an executive assistant or a manager in another company, and you might have to take a significant pay cut and all of that. So see, now that becomes a barrier. This person now was passionate about a new industry and he wanted to learn everything, but this became a barrier because he's not willing to leave the identity that has been created. He's not willing to take that cut and go there. So see where in life you are being the block to yourself, where in life this is causing issues because you are afraid of going to school again. Maybe you have come to a certain age and now going to school is shameful, or it's like it's funny, or you feel awkward because you are the only 40-year-old there in the school where everyone's 18 or 19 or 20 or 25 or whatever, and then you feel left out or you feel odd. So do not let that stop you. Do not let that judgment of society stop you from doing what you want to do, because learning is one of the greatest things. And oftentimes we fall out of love with a lot of things. So be ready to leave when something is has run its course, because our interests continue to change as we grow up. And as we evolve as a soul, the things are going to change, our interests are going to change. So we need to be humble enough to drop it. So make sure that you are not being a hindrance to your own growth. Then we have the Nine of Cups reversed. Again, this is about being in the comfort zone and becoming too comfortable with it. See how, again, you are being a barrier to yourself. You have become comfortable with a certain way of living. You have become comfortable with having resources all the time, or a certain amount of money that you want every month, and you're not willing to take a pay cut, or you're not willing to try another way of life, or you've become too accustomed to having amenities around you, and a certain standard of living. So see how that is blocking your growth, because be okay with cutting out subscriptions, cutting out things that don't make sense, or changing your diet, or changing the way where you live, in order to help advance your life, your soul, to have that development, to have that growth, to have that experience. So stop being in that comfort zone. Put yourself out there. Then we have the final destination, which tells me that a lot of new changes are coming. You are in that final destination of that phase of your life. A particular thing is coming to an end and a new phase is going to start. So right now you are in that final destination where you are finishing that and wrapping chapters up, and then moving on to the new ones. So be prepared for that uh, destruction of that particular phase or a completion of it. Sometimes it is destruction. Not always everything in life is going to be very smooth and seamless. It will seem like a destruction, that destruction has happened and now you're moving on to a new chapter, because for new chapters to happen, destruction needs to happen. For something to build again, you need to first destroy what was there. So be open to that. You're on a precipice of change. If you're stuck or you're feeling like things are not moving and things are not growing, just be patient, because that is coming. Then we have the cosmic temple. So how can you look within? This tells me about, see, with the I in between, this about looking within yourself, making yourself into a temple, because your body is a temple, your mind, your soul, all of that is a temple. So how can you look into the intelligence within? How can you stare inside and see who this other person is? Who is the one that is talking right now? Who is the one that is doing this reading? Like, who is the one that is talking? Who is the one that's doing all of these things? Whose hand is this? Who is that? So self inquiry, that helps to create a distance between you and your body and your thoughts and your mind, so that you do not get lost in the busyness of things. So you're being asked to look within and ponder on the question of who am I. Then we have these energy upgrades that are currently happening. So it's the Gaia activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence. So you can see there's the earth here. So it's talking about the new earth. The whole earth is being uplifted. The energy and the frequency of earth is being uplifted, and we are moving to a new earth. The whole concept of moving to a new earth is just that the energy and the frequency of the world will be uplifted, and it will go to a different frequency. So it's really important for the people that are watching here, and please do also tell the other ones that are there, that your friends, family, all of them, that it is very, very, very crucial that you work on your soul development, that you work on your spiritual development, that you raise your frequency and your vibration through different activities, through doing it consciously. You need to focus on it. You don't have to leave it to chance. Don't leave it to karma. Don't leave it to just nature running its course. It is important that you also consciously assist yourself and are tuned towards it, that you have your focus on it, that you have that intention. If not, if you don't know what to do, how to do all of that, at least have the intention, because the information for that will come to you automatically, what you need to do, how you need to do. You don't have to specifically go out looking for it. You just have to have the intention, and nature is going to take care of it. The angels, guides, all of the realms of different worlds, the beings of different realms, they're going to come and take care of it. They're going to put things into your like things of inspiration on your path, or someone's going to talk about it, or some video will come or something like that. So that will help you, and that will push you towards growing yourself a little bit more, because that is really important. Because we need, as a collective, need to move to a new level, so that we can be involved in experiencing the new earth energies, versus being stuck in the lower vibrational ones. So there's no hierarchy here. Nothing is bad or good. It is just the way it is. However, we need to be geared towards and tuned towards attuning ourselves to developing, and instead of being stagnant, and instead of being stuck in that cycle of suffering, we need to start to uplift ourselves, so that we can move past that. Now we have the divine matrix. Interconnectedness, synchronicity, coincidences. So this is what I'm talking about. Us being in that matrix, us being, if you have seen the movie, then being Neo, basically being part of the matrix but not controlled by it. And also this talking about the divine matrix. So There, once you have that intention, basically that's what's needed. When you are intentional about things, when you are focused on your vibration, your energy, on the most basic things such as being a good human, being kind, being compassionate, being loving, and being open to learning new things, being good with people around you, so that the divine matrix ensures that you are well taken care of. That even if the things that you don't understand, they will also be taken care of. That you are well protected. You are taken care of in terms of resources, in terms of money. You will not be made to suffer. Of course, there can be problems because we all go through lessons. We all have a karma that we deal with. But once you are tapped into this divine matrix, and once you are actively and consciously a part of it, universe is going to make sure that you are well taken care of somewhere or the other. At the right time, it's going to come and take care of you. So you need to trust the universe. And then the final card we have is Hathor Light Codes. So it says light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. So power recall is remembering our power, remembering who we are. This could be in terms of our past lives. We have had so many past lives where we have developed so much wisdom, and our line of ancestry and our lineage also has so much wisdom that it has been carrying from generation after generation, and it is there in our DNA, but it is dormant. And as we develop, we start to activate those powers, start to come online. Then it talks about full system upgrade. So this is what the whole system is going through, that the whole earth is going through that. So obviously, when we talk about the macrocosm, like the whole earth is going through it, and then when you go within, every person, every being, every organism is also going through it. And Hathor is a goddess. So if you are interested, she's an ancient Egyptian goddess, and so there may be people here that are connected to her energy. Also, she's connected with Venus, the planet Venus. So if any one of you that's watching that has prominent Venus placements, or maybe the chart ruler is Venus, or maybe you are a Taurus, or you are a Libra, or have placements in there, then this may be connected to you as well, and you are naturally connected to her energy. She also is very much connected with Venusian star seeds, the star seeds that came from the planet Venus and that are living amongst us. So yeah, these are good areas to start with, to learn, to explore, and go into that rabbit hole. Instead of being pushed into it, be curious. Be curious in exploring, and you're going to learn a lot of things. And the universe is 100%, more than 100% going to take care of you, no matter what. Just have a good intention, be a good human. So yeah, those are the messages. I hope they resonated, and I'll catch you in the next reading.